Cottrell household over the last few weeks. Bye.
The stairs on the side. Look, I think I'll just put them stand back. We've just found Peasel with a picture. He's say hello.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello. I'm highly sceptical that that's working.
It is working.
Is it? Oh, good. Well, we'll see when we have a little run through.
Yeah.
Did you fall over when you went up the stairs?
No, I didn't actually, surprisingly.
Hello, Tracy and Anthony.
Well, that's your feet.
Those are your feet. Or
No, that's your feet, Peter, no.
I hope this video is going well. There are all sorts of things on it earlier, I think, when we were in Cornwall. So
Yeah.
it's a continuation. Now we're back in North Wraxall.
Yeah, we've been outside and we've seen the church and everything.
Have you
so-
seen the church?
Yeah, no, but I went and
Well,
had a
no.
quick...
Excuse,
No, we haven't
excuse
been
me a minute,
inside.
Tracy, and keep going. But I just...
Yeah,
what
you...
do you think of this here, Pops? We've had a big thing about pictures. I'm not really allowed to put clip frames up or any
No,
of my childish pictures.
no, he's a bit limited as to... he wanted to put this huge one up. I don't know if you can see it from there. Which we did have before, but I don't think it's quite right. Anyway, I'm just going to hold off for a minute. Oh, Peter! That wasn't my microphone. Anyway, we're actually in the spare room now. We're lacking a bed, as you can see, but Peter...
Whoops, I put my foot in it again.
Yes, Peter's still wandering around with yet more pictures. It's still a bit like that. Look, his other feet, he's got that little Chinese feet, they curl up at the floor.
Turkish.
Turkish, that's the one. This picture here is actually, it was painted by Peter's great-grandfather, and we just had it reframed, and it's actually quite nice, so we're deciding it's going to go in the spare room. Hello, there's a pair of eyes peering over the top of it. So the spare room, as you wouldn't necessarily know it was a spare room because there isn't any spare bed in it, but that's all going to happen.
There's no spare bed, but there's a bed, but it's just not spare.
Well, there's not a bed at all.
Whoops!
So they just give you rough ideas, and these are built-in cupboards that we have built in. That makes sense, doesn't it? Unfortunately, there's lots of washing hanging about and really dreadful things like that. That's a barn conversion that's being done over the road.
That's our garage.
No,
It's our garage over the road now.
well, maybe. And a few pictures on the top here. Peter, stop it. That's the loo and the bathroom opposite. I'll take you in there in a minute.
No.
What? Well, I'm going to go into the bedroom now, which is on the left-hand side. Peter, do not undo my skirt. Peter? So now we're going into our bedroom, which again isn't finished either. No, Pee-wee, don't do that. Pee-wee! That's naughty. So this is our bedroom. I don't think I'm videoing this very well at all. Oh, I don't know if you can see that tricky room, but yeah, you might just be able to pick out the that picture of us both without your wedding dress. I love that picture, it's so good. So yeah, we again have built-in wardrobes, and it's quite nice, all the different angles in the room, sort of nice sort of bits sticking out, and the curtains in this room are really attractive. Yes, a bit of work to be done there as well.
Excuse me.
And that's right, give more light, that's a good idea. Well, oh, and there's another tricky roof photo there too. And there's Mummy and Daddy.
And on the dressing table, please, if you'd come round here.
And I'm coming round now. If I come round, oh, you can just give you a bit of a view. That's another nice house opposite. And that's sort of looking down onto our shed and into our garden. That's sort of the view from our bedroom. A nice stone wall at the back.
There will be another stone wall just down there.
Yeah, I've explained that
Oh,
as
you
well,
have explained.
hopefully, anyway. Yeah, there's Snooper. There's Pee-wee. There's another one of tricky wood. Peter, would you like to move over?
If you turn to your right.
I'm going to, but it'd be too close.
George is going backwards and forwards.
That's all right.
They'll be
Oh,
dizzy.
hello, there I am. That's the first time you've seen me on the video.
They'll be dizzy watching
And I've
this.
got one eye closed and probably look really unattractive, but anyway. Oh, there you are. There's Tracy and Anthony. And actually, what we're looking at is this is a chest of drawers, something that we purchased really recently. My Pee-wee gave me some money for it for my birthday, which is very kind. So that's there. So I hope you sort of get a rough idea of what it's meant to be like.
It's supposed to be smooth.
I'm trying, one. It's not easy. Anyway, so this is our room, so I hope you're getting a bit of an idea. We'll just go into the box room and then we'll go into the bathroom. And then we've pretty well done the house, really.
Loft?
I'm not going in the loft one, no. So this is the box room, hence it's full of boxes. Just general, and this is going to be the office, so we're going to have some shelves on the wall there, on that blank piece of wall there. And then there's a window. And we're going to have
A box.
a bed over here where we've got our trunks sort of covered at the moment. We're going to have, hope to have a bed there, a desk over here in this corner and a chair, which in fact Pete's going to get for his mother's next week. And then shelves for all our books and things up here. So that's that room. There's Pee-wee's. Oh no, that was what I was meant to be homing in on. Anyway, we're moving into here now.
And where's here?
This is the bathroom. They
Explain.
can see the loo. Well, it's very difficult to record a whole this and speak at the same time when you're in no way used to video.
No.
So it's our bathroom. And these nice tiles. There's a pig in the bathroom, and now there's a horse. Quite normal. And now there's a dog. Shut up. And Trace, you must be impressed. Peter, just shut up, will you? I made this curtain all on my own, and look, I made quite an attractive. Peter, can you shut up? Sorry. I made this curtain, Trace, all on my own. So you're quite pleased. I'm quite impressed. It's a nice sort of, as opposed to the awful nets, it's quite nice muslin. So towel, loo roll,
Shelf.
a few pictures.
Shelf.
Yeah, well, Peter put the shelf up. Everybody saw the shelf.
Straight.
Excellent. Yes, he made that himself. Well, didn't put it up, and that's pretty good, Peter. New taps and things we have put on. A bit more sort of old-fashioned. They're probably dirty, so I won't go into closely. And I've got some nice shell pictures here, which I love. I think they're really nice. I got those from Mum and Jeff for my birthday. An old box. It's an old hat box, which I bought again at an antique sale the other week. Which I wasn't really meant to buy, but I did. Anyway, so there we have it, really. That's our little house. So I'll just go down. So I'll just go down the stairs, but I think that's about it now. I'll just show you the view from the window out here. If I don't kill myself trying to get down the stairs and record at the same time. So this is the view from halfway down the stairs. So yeah, there's the barn, and again looking over to the church right opposite. So I hope you have got quite a reasonable indication of how it is. So, and this is a nice picture that Pete's parents gave me for my birthday as well, actually. So I think we're Well, hi there, Tracy and Anthony. I hope that this is all set up and working correctly. As I say, it really is a bit of the beginner's video, but anyway, I have checked it once and I've rewound and it all seemed to be okay. You didn't get a preview of the first look because I've just come back from playing tennis, so my hair was sort of flat to my head, and Peter said I looked most unattractive, so anyway, so I've now sorted the top half out and you won't get to see the bottom half. So anyway, hopefully I look okay. And you can hear me and you can actually see me, because that's generally what videos are about. So anyway, here I am. So it's most odd staring into a video lens, but I'm sure I'll get used to it and I'll just forget about it after a while. And you actually sat on the sideboard that I showed you earlier, which was full of photographs, so they're all cluttered up to one end. And I'm sort of sat in the middle of a room, a bit sort of odd. But anyway, I hope it'll work out okay. And as Peter reminded me earlier, Trace, I must point out to you, in the corner behind me is that the table that, I don't know if you remember, but when you were leaving to go to Australia, you know, when you first got married. You got rid of some things, and one of them was a table that you used to have. I think you had it in your sitting room with magazines and things on at, I can't think of what the place was called, East Terrace, Park Terrace West, or Park Terrace anyway, wasn't it, I think, in Horsham. Anyway, well, that's followed us around, and it used to be our, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze now. It followed us about and was our bedside table when we were at Kennel Court, and now it is housing our, well, Peter's stereo, and doing a grand job. So the table lives on, and in fact people have actually commented and said, oh, that's a really nice table. So something that was almost going to be thrown out has certainly lived on, and well, I think will be with us for some time. So, but you can't have it back, I'm afraid, if you want it, because I'm not going to post it to you. Anyway, so yes, I've just had 2 sets of tennis with Vic, which was great. Really have been playing masses of tennis this year and really enjoyed it. Been great fun, and certainly improved, because I don't know if I mentioned, but we've been having coaching all through the summer, generally once a week or once a fortnight, depending. And so, and that's definitely has made some improvements. So it was good. And in fact, we had a tennis tournament at Grittleton House School, because we're a member of the tennis club there, and well, I am, and Vicky is, and we had a sort of doubles tournament. So you weren't actually nominated to play with anybody in particular, but it was a mixed doubles. So there was a certain amount of women, certain amount of men, and you just sort of had I was, you know, given a number, and then you're drawn with a various partner. So to some extent, if you get a slightly duff partner, then it does go against you, because you play quite a lot of games with your partner. You do mix around, because you actually play 5 games with your partner against another couple, and then you swap partners, so you then go and play the other half. But then that's the first round, and then you go on to the next round and you stick with your partner, so you play another 5 games with them and then swap around to another partner. So you predominantly play with your partner anyway. So Peter's now laughing at me because I'm sat here looking at a video camera. You could just check down the lens one, but it's still recording, could you? If you pop your eye over the eyepiece one, you'll be able to see if it's still recording. It should say rec somewhere. Does it say rec? And I hope you can see me there.
You don't look a wreck.
Does it say rec one? Yeah?
No, it says cur.
It says what?
Cur.
What do you mean cur? R-E...
Oh, that's sorry. I'm upside down.
Oh, well, it does say record, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
looking good.
And you can see me in the frame.
I can see you, little Nutley.
Nutley. Oh, Nutley's here. That's okay then. Well, let's hope it's working. Peter, why is he so annoying? Just go away, Wong. So, anyway, we played in this tournament, but Peter...
Cut.
We played in this tournament, and I did quite well. Peter came along to watch and support, which was good, and I had to play off.
Athletic support.
I had to play off to get into the semi-final, which it was myself against another girl. So, no, Peter, just go away. So we had to play off myself and this girl. So it was the best of 3 games, they said, and whoever won would get into the semi-final. Anyway, and I won, so I was quite chuffed. And Peter came along literally just as I was about to go into this tie-breaking semi-final. So anyway, so I got into that and had a good few more games, but then I was knocked out. So, but Vicky surged forth, and she actually took away the women's trophy. So she was quite chuffed. But it was good fun. So anyway, so I was playing with Vicky tonight, and we play, I think I've mentioned to you, we play at Bowhide Manor, beautiful place where his friend Mel has a sort of cottage there. And so we played played a couple of sets there tonight, and I was winning 4-1 in the first set at one stage, but then it deteriorated after that. But Vicky was sort of thinking, they'll pull my socks up. So anyway, so it's been we've had nice weather for the last few days. In fact, because we showed you on the beginning of the video, it was Simon and Peter down in Cornwall, and I think you saw Vince as well. I think you've made them see me as well, surfing, and that was on the first day when we arrived, which was Saturday, and the weather was absolutely grim, really, sort of grey and sort of damp and horrible. Anyway, people kept saying, oh, it's going to be really nice on Sunday. And we thought, oh yeah, well, we'll see. Anyway, it was fantastic. For October, it was great. And we went in the sea. I mean, I went in with just a swimsuit, so no wetsuit. And we sort of, Peter and Simon stayed in the water for about an hour and a half. And Vince and I, sort of, because we didn't have wetsuits, we went in, didn't stay in for quite so long, but we got on they had the old boogie boards out, and I came in on about 3 or 4 waves, and oh, it was fantastic, really lovely weather. So that was a real bonus, really, at the end of the summer, really, just to have a nice little day like that. And much warmer, obviously, down in Cornwall. Here comes Peter with a hat for me. Yes, this is the hat I was wearing in Cornwall, I think, wrong, isn't it? Anyway, thank you very much. I think we can take the hat off now on. So, anyway, so having him, it said I looked a mess. He then likes to make me look as much of a mess as possible. Oh, here we come with another hat. He's just like a child, isn't he? Oh, yeah, it's a furry animal. Down, down. Anyway, so, oh dear. So we had a lovely day, and it was really great weather, and everything was great apart from Nicola, who Simon is now going back out with, which is a real shame. Oh, going down under now. I've got my Aussie hat on. Remember this one? God, I think it's shrunk one. I can hardly get it on Nutley. Anyway, so there's another hat for you. I think we've run out of hats now, you'd be pleased to hear. So, oh no, he's found another hat. For the final hat is a basket. Yes, Peter, would you perhaps you'd like to get this off? I think they're going to get a bit bored of this video. Oh, anyway, so we had a great time. It was good fun, yeah, as I say, apart from the dreadful Nicola, but anyway, you can't win them all, can you? So, she was her normal dreadful self, so we just try and ignore her and carry on and enjoy ourselves. So, otherwise, so that was a good weekend. It was nice because really we've been busy here every single weekend, as you can imagine, trying to do, I mean, although I just had a quick sort of pan back on some of the things I've shown you, and I thought the place looks a bit of a tip generally, really, but anyway, I'm sure you get the rough idea of what it's like anyway. So it was just nice to have a weekend off and go down and just sort of relax and not be doing things really. So that was good fun. And Peter's actually on 2 weeks holiday now, which is good for him because he's been obviously very busy, and it'd be nice just to relax and take it easy. So he's actually been doing a few jobs here and making the most of having time off. And sort of recharging the batteries really, because before long he'll be getting really wound up for next year's Camel Trophy, because it's a bit earlier next year as well. So in fact it's sort of April as opposed to May. So the the build-up will start a lot earlier. So he is going to, I think he'll probably go away in November briefly back out to Borneo, but he hasn't got any dates or anything at the moment. And there's still selections to take place, both the sort of British, I can't say that very well, the British selections, and also international selections, which will take place in Spain. Is it Madrid or Seville? Seville, isn't it? Yeah, in Seville. So, as you can imagine, he's got a fair little bit to do there. And we also want to try and, do a few things here, as I was saying earlier, about the wall outside and get the garden organised. And in fact, we had a chap come round and he's looked at it, but he's gone away and he'll give us a quote, but we'll have to see. Not quite sure if it's going to be a little bit more than we're really expecting to pay at the moment. So we will see. Anyway, so I'm taking Friday and Monday off, so I'll have a long weekend to together with Piesel, which would be nice, and then I can crack on and finish off my curtains, hopefully, get the ones up here, and then sort of start playing around with swags and tails, and then move on to the bedroom, and so on and so forth. So that will keep me out of mischief for a few weeks, I should think, and before we know it, it'll be Christmas. So in fact we're going to have, well, I'm thinking of that, we're going to have Christmas here, which would be really nice. Mum and Vicky and Jeff are going to come here, which would be lovely. So we'll probably potter across to church, across the road, and stagger back here and, you know, have a good old time really. And then we'll probably go up to Peter's parents on Boxing Day. So that's the plan anyway, but it'd be really nice to have Chrissy here. And work's pretty slack at the moment, which is great because then I can come home early, but really we will start to get a bit busy shortly. We've been doing quite a bit, sort of getting things organised, but Hugh, our boss, has been away for on and off for a couple of weeks, so it's really given us a sort of chance to catch up, and so we're taking it quite easy at the moment, which is good. And so, as I say, it means we can get home in reasonable time. And I'm trying to think what else. I really haven't thought about what I was going to say or what we've been doing or anything. I just thought, right, sit down, do a video. So this is exactly what I did. And I haven't got my piece of paper in front of me with all the things on that I wrote down about your tape. Pee-wee? Yeah. Could you come down here, please? Thank you. I'm sure he won't mind getting it for me, will he? He probably will actually, but anyway, I'll get him down here under false pretences, and then I'll ask him to get the piece of paper out of my bag. Actually, Pee-wee? Peter? Yes, hang on, sorry. I was just going to, in my basket, in that pink basket, you know, that Hessian one, there's a sheet of paper with, perhaps you could just bring the pink Hessian basket down, please. Thank you. Well, whatever colour it is, that'll be fine. It's just so that I don't have to move from here and then Tracy and Anthony get me bobbing up and down and sort of shooting around the shop. Because I wrote various things down on that when I listened to the tape several weeks ago. But it was fun, and Emma was quite vocal in it, I thought. And we did get some little noises out of her, so that was nice. And I'll look forward to seeing her in action. That would be great. Here comes my man. He was worrying about how I looked. You should look at the state of him. Anyway, thank you. So in here, to hand, is my piece of paper with bits written on it. So let's have a look and see what we got. It all seems so such a and also because I've spoken to you on the phone as well. Oh yes, please. Oh yes, yes. I remember saying I thought that Emma was on solids because you talked about formula, and of course me not being a sort of mum-like, I thought that formula was solids, so that's where the confusion was. But having said all this, she probably is on something by now, so it's probably all old hat. We will see. In fact, she is, because you said that you gave her mashed avocado, I'm sure. In your facts, you said something about, so she is. So I know now, I remember now, it all makes sense. I think really it's hardly worth looking at this because it's also out of date. Oh, and yes, actually, Anthony was going off to a product launch at the Blue Duck. And you said, oh, you don't know if I know it, but actually Pete and I did go there for lunch once, so I know where that is. Anyway, so really the piece of paper was quite useless because I know that we've spoken since then and it doesn't really make much sense. It's all a bit old hat now. Anyway, so I hope things are looking sort of a bit brighter for you now, Trace, and work isn't such a bore that it has been. It certainly didn't sound like you're having a great time, so I hope that things have sort of cheered up a bit now. And I think you say in your facts that you've got, more sort of private sort of contracts coming on. So I hope that they sort of really flourish and that works out. Because I think long term that would be ideal, really, because at least to a certain extent you can fit it in around your sort of normal day. Although in a way I should imagine once you get really busy, nothing fits in really. So anyway, but I just hope, yeah, that that horrible nasty man isn't being really nasty and evil. Not much. I mean, at the end of the day, especially when you're working part-time, I really think you can do without it. So I think full-time you tend to take the rough with the smooth, but part-time you're just really not interested. So I hope things have worked out better. And it'd be lovely when Anthony's parents are up in Perth. Cause from what I gather, I think they've actually bought the house, but they're not going to be living there until early next year. I think I'm right in saying that. You have to let me know on that one. And also what you're going to be doing let me know what you're going to be doing for Christmas this year, where you're going to be. So I'd like to know where you all are. And what else do I need to talk to you about? There's lots of things really, but just can't sort of think of them all at the moment. Trying to think what else I've been up to. Yeah, a lot of tennis. We've had sort of various people around for supper here, which has been nice. We haven't done too much entertaining proper yet. But get the curtains up and get sorted, and and once you get really into dark, wintry evenings, it'd be nice to have some nice dinner parties. And it's great because, as you can see in my kitchen, I've got all my bits and bobs out. So the food processor's out.
Bits and bobs.
Yes, bits and bobs. Thank you, all. Food processor's out, and the Kenwood is, and things like that. So at least then you don't have to ferret around. It's all there, and you can use it. Whereas before it was in a cupboard, and it was all a nightmare. So I look forward to doing that and doing lots of cooking, because I love my kitchen and I love cooking in it. It's great. I really enjoy it. And we've been allowed to put the food in our plates in the dishwasher again tonight. We're not allowed to use it all the time, as you can imagine. But tonight we got the go-ahead, so that was good. So I haven't had to do any washing up. Hooray! So that's a real treat. And it means I can sit down and do this instead, which is much more beneficial, I would think. Anyway, I might get Peary just to come into the frame briefly as well, if he's not busy. Don't surprise him at short notice. I'm giving you notice, Wong. Well, you haven't. Just to say hello, just put your little mug in here and say hello. And not your mug of coffee, your mug. Your face. Just to say hello. Smiling boy. There you are, there, it's over there.
Hello to you both, to the three of you in fact.
Yes, and Emma, yes, I don't think I said hello to Emma, but hello to Emma as well. I don't think I want that there, and I don't think they'll see it anyway, one, but if they do. So it's just that they like to see you as well, and see how you are. And
I've been sort of making guest
appearances. I don't think Peter did his stage makeup and hair before.
No, I'm sorry. I'm ready for a trim, actually.
Yes, ready for a little trim over the weekend.
Well, no, I've been keeping in touch with what's been going on down there, and I've been listening to what down. Oh.
Down where? Not down there. No, excuse me.
Down there, and I've been listening to what George has been telling you, most of which is the truth. So it's
most
okay.
of which is the truth.
I won't need to censor too much of this.
Oh, good.
What else? Well, you've probably heard all the news via George, so I won't sort of continue at great length. But I've, as you probably gathered, been out in Indonesia, in Borneo, for most of August, all of August and some of September, doing the pre-scout for the next year's Camel Trophy, 96, which was great, real expedition, quite an adventure. Our brief was to get from one side of Borneo to the other, and we had 4 weeks in which to do it. We had 4 Land Rovers, and there were 10 of us, and I had one vehicle, one Land Rover, with just one other person, so I did 50% of the driving, drove every other day, and it was a real experience, driving through very flooded tracks, very muddy tracks, a lot of winching and towing.
They were driving through these tracks in the middle of nowhere at about 70 miles an hour, I hasten to add.
Yeah, some of the tracks were very fast, and it was a bit like rallying, in that we were going extremely quickly and going sideways a lot of the time and taking off. that isn't normally done in the event. We only had to drive like that because we had to try and find a route, and we were probably driving about 5 or 6 times the distance that they actually will during the event. Reason being, we didn't know where we were going, but on the event the route will be pretty well established and they just have to achieve it.
Are you looking down at the floor or are you looking at the camera?
No, I was looking at the camera.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think I was. I don't have my glasses on, my contact lens is in, so I can't see
where
so I'm looking in the
it's
vague direction
over in
of the
that
camera.
direction, Moy, okay.
So anyway, that was excellent fun. We were sort of camping at night, wherever we got to, wherever we were at the time, in the jungle, on a track. So it was fairly, we were roughing it quite a bit, but it was really a very good expedition, and we found a route in the end, albeit some of it we had to find by air, by a mixture of a helicopter and a fixed-wing aeroplane.
A fixed wing as to an
As
airplane
opposed
with
to
unfixed wings. Hmm?
I didn't go up in that, but a couple of people did, and they flew over parts that we couldn't actually drive over, but which should be.
Yeah,
I'm recording. Right, it's recording.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
you're recording.
How do I get you in there? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right, and is the sound on this?
Yeah, sounds
Right,
on.
sound's always on. Right, that's it. And then take your finger off, and it's still recording, so turn it off.
Push it again.
Perfect, it'll be fine.
I'm driving perfect.
You won't be coming every morning. Hell, I can. We got a sports coat, Ella. Phone me before you go. I said we probably won't be in till about 11 tonight, but you can phone after that or first thing in the morning before you go. Bye.
Else to do. By George.
He
But
is
that's,
becoming a DIY expert.
Could you just talk us through a few
Vicky!
things? Are you nervous about the course, or?
That's awful, don't!
Nice of the clean jumpers. Is Beryl done them for you today, or? Nice the iron. Yes, that's what we like to see.
Don't, because you'll probably have this on the way hunting.
Now, when we get back, I can't get you all in. Yes, they seem to fit, I think, don't they?
Vicky,
You know it's your birthday.
Yeah.
I forgot, I've got one more present for you.
What? What's that, Christopher?
Oh, I've got your knickers off.
Right, we'd just like to have a chat with Christopher Wilson here.
Morning.
Good
can
morning.
you get the trees like my boots, darling?
Yes, could you just help? We need a bit of assistance.
I'm being a groom. This is going to be like one of those things you send off to the television, isn't it? This is... Yeah.
Press the red button. Right. Well, you press the red button, it will record. It says stop recording.
Ah, yes.
And then to turn it off completely, just slip it down so it doesn't run the battery
There we
out.
are, Prince of Wales.
You struggling?
James
Right,
Stewart.
come on, let's get it in.
I can't, I'm getting all nervous and all uptight.
Here
Still
comes
putting
James.
Stockholm.
I know, it just can't get the
Prince of Wales getting a bit
Thank-
witty about James Stewart to ride.
Krista, be careful what you say on because it is recorded.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Fastest rider so far. So at the moment it's the Portman and the old Surrey Burster who are the fastest two losers. So they could yet be back into the ring. But we've still got quite a number of teams who could take that chance away from them.
Right, so off the outside of the air versus the south west Wills. Counting there, 3 together so far.
Why do you let us stay?
What?
Why
in a minute.
Good round here on the boat, we're back on. Favourite, heading back this morning, all of our favourites are very counting there. And they're on again, counting there now, so long. Harley. Such a very complicated name I can pronounce it, anyway. I'm going to go get a picture of the team down there.
Didn't recognise you with a tie on, Joe. Thought you won the tie. Goes like down there. We bought it, we never rode it, we just thought we jumped and bought it. What we said was keep it. All in all, I can't say it was a great success, but it was nice to be out with the girls.
And where are you going to go next year?
Next year we'll have to reconsider. Hold on. Hold on.
Needle. So Torstad is the first away for the Duke of Beaufort, but she's not away. She is now. She's riding Fox, and out there in the lead is Heather Knight riding Keeley for the Sussex and Romney Marsh. So they just have the advantage at the moment. But the Duke of Beaufort certainly not hanging about, making up neck and neck between the two now as they come to the Bullfinch. No problems for either there. That fence really has caused so many problems here for the team members. So at the moment it's the Duke of Beaufort out there in the lead with Tor Sturgis, certainly not hanging around. They both have that fifth fence down, so that keeps them even. So Tor Sturgis, the first from home for the Duke of Beaufort. So she's going to hand over very quickly to Carol Rose on blue, the grey horse there. As the second lady rider for the East Sussex, Julie Burton gets underway. Almost comes up and hangs on. They're both having trouble over that first fence. And the Duke of Beaufort, well, having a look at that wall, blue not really liking that matching grey wall there, but popping over at the second chance. So it's the East Sussex and Romney Marsh out in the lead. So it's neck and neck between the two now. Carol Rose coming up to the fifth fence there, so she's going to kick home blue now as the East Sussex and Romney Marsh finish. So it looks like they could be in the lead at the moment. As Peter Bull and Barney gets underway. Peter, just a recent addition to the team, just clips that first fence. Gets over the second nicely. So it's the East Sussex and Romney Marsh in the lead at the moment. All problems over at the Duke of Beaufort. Poor Carol Rose having problems there. Blue drops the whip to add to their misery. Debbie Kent now takes up that. Debbie is off there with Dexter. So Debbie now, former vet rider and team captain, goes off trying to make up ground here for the Duke of Beaufort. And certainly flying along here. Certainly posing no problems for her. But it's still the East Sussex and Romney Marsh in the lead. Peter Bull going very well for them. He comes home now with Barney, so it's their last team change here. Handing over to Cynthia Hayden on Broadway. Now they're having a few problems. So Cynthia's got that whip, so she's away now. She's the last one to go. Honestly, the horse is a little reluctant to leave their pals down in the collecting ring. So Cynthia now the last rider there for the East Sussex and Romney Marsh. As Tony Pellet gets underway, riding Simply the Best. He's going to have to be Simply the Best round here to catch up, and he's certainly flying. Clips that rail over there on the third fence, but keep going, Tony. He's certainly catching up. Look at this, he's really going fast. He could just make it here. Another good turn, and the Duke of Beaufort will be back in the lead, but for now the East Sussex and Romney Marsh. Cheers for both teams. The East Sussex and Romney Marsh gets home quicker. Tony Pellet making up a tremendous round there. Well done to him. So he just finishes there. So very close between the two teams. So again, it's going to come down to the number of fences down. I can tell you my stomach is very
That's so good. Well done, Tor. Well done. You were pro. You did well. Well done, Chef. It's all that practice, doesn't it? Yeah, exactly. I had
Go on, Vince, I want you to hit something. we're both.
Two's taken over now. It's lovely.
The thing we're both bossy. Are you, Ben? You're looking so much better just coming out and watching you. No, but you're standing better. Look, you.
Relaxed, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, it's fun when you're in front of three girls, you know. And I'm just. Forget that, Carol. You take it over. I'll point our van. Okay. You took it.
You told me to. Come on, now. Feeling a bit better, right, Carol? What? Feeling better now? All right, we'll play now. Come on, then, Angie.
Hang on.
You're holding nothing back now.
Oh, but come on.
Okay, juice.
That was wet, wasn't it? Goody, goody. Oh, man.
Carol, look, try and look stylish.
Trying to what?
Try and look stylish.
Not like you, I'm not.
Crossover, yeah.
Definitely out, isn't it? Okay.
Mine is the word, or yours, isn't it?
Is it something to say?
I don't know, that's why I get yelled at me.
Sorry, Ange, got it. Well done. I just thought I could have thrown a Vicky out then.
You are all going to kill yourselves when you see on this video. You are just going to die.
Got to get these net ones right.
Yes!
Right through the middle of them. We did it.
Really? Come on. Mummy!
might work.
Oxygen.
Hi.
Oh dear me. Stood on your back. He's waiting for you. He thinks that he's giving you the time.
Thank you.
Put them down.
Gee. You're braver than me, Mother. Mother, you know this is a solo one? Solo, you're on your own? Oh.
You want me to take that, Mum? I think it might be a pain in the neck. What, the scarf?
Big at the front?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Peter?
He's gone to get his camera.
No what? Have all these got to get out of the way? George?
Are you sure you don't want to have your phone on?
She's not going to have to go flying out, I think.
Is that what she said?
She said she'll get the
Where's Richard and Little?
Wouldn't it? No?
That's it?
Oh, we go. Wow.
Well, why don't you get with David? He's quite keen.
I'm not desperate to go. You could only have to go, you have to go on your own, isn't it?
Sorry, you haven't got
I haven't got a swimsuit. Unless it depends on how
duty at 2.
Audrey will be able to.
Quarter of an hour ago. So
Audrey will give some instructions.
someone else will be here too.
It's 3 o'clock.
No, just hang around. Your name is already on the list. Yeah, so.
I'm messing around.
Well, I am smiling.
Yeah, the answer is to look as if you're enjoying yourself.
See you when you come over. That's right. You come over now.
George.
You're off, you're okay. Good pictures, I expect. Yeah.
And he's on glad he
Yeah, nice guy.
Very nice, yeah.
I didn't realise
I don't know. So laid back about it.
Yeah, much like that. You say no way. No, nice, no. Like a nice guy. Let's face it, he's got people.
Yeah. Lovely, enjoy yourself, Mum.
Okay, good luck.
Yeah. Like a nice guy to do with.
This is it.
That's right. We chose him specially.
Have you left them with the insurance?
The will.
Yeah. That's what Mother said. She said we're only out for a will.
Oh, she knows coming down as well.
Not much room in there, is there?
Well, not really. No, I'm strapped
Why
well
did they put you
in.
at the front?
Strapped well in. Well, I'm supposed to be driving it.
Oh, are you?
No, she's not.
No, I've got very good.
What, yeah? Not much room.
Can't you sort of lie on the runway for Vicky and sort of get it going over your head?
We'll be taking a picture of that and taking a picture of that.
Be fun, Audrey, don't you? Bungee jumping next Christmas.
Yeah.
You know that calendar I did for Vicky for Christmas? I'll give you the address and you can get one done for
Yeah,
her
that's a
for
good
Christmas.
idea.
And you can put some inscriptions on.
Darling, we can do that for a Christmas present.
Yeah, but we haven't got the photographs, though.
So we'll get them.
Get the photographs. You're light on, you see.
Yeah.
One of the worst today.
Hook flaps.
What?
How was the barn dance last night? Was it good?
What's that smell?
Gas.
Gas
Is she chickening out?
Yeah, there's one behind you going, kids. Just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah, take it with it.
Yeah, imagine if you got caught on the wing.
Jesus, they're dodgy.
That would be a good stunt in a film, actually, wouldn't it? Setting the gliding thing, somebody on a wing and then jumps in.
Land inspiration. Land inspiration.
This must be like waiting for the green light at the Grand Prix. So.
That glider's going fast. It's that flying sort of typhoon we saw. You know the little typhoon we saw on the runway as we came through?
That's a model airplane, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks quite big there, doesn't it? Those actually look fun to
Yeah, I think they are.
That, from here, you'd say that was a proper plane, wouldn't it?
Yes, yes. Quick!
No, thank you, Mother. You wouldn't get me doing this in a million years. I think I'd rather bungee jump than do this.
You said you wanted to, didn't you?
I think so.
They're doing abseiling off the wind turbine.
Oh, great.
10th of August.
Are they?
You can go do that.
I don't mind doing that. Press it once and stand by, press it again.
There's a red light on there.
Yeah, same. And it says record, can you see?
Yeah.
I am filming. Everybody's away. I did what?
The pilot's terrified.
Right ahead.
Audrey?
Oh.
You out of the wind here.
Yeah, that's right.
Good for her. I think she'll
That's the man who has to do that himself.
I'm happy to go.
There's a lot of things that's going over the wheel.
Arm will fall off. Can't stand up. It takes so long at the other end.
Wait, you don't know when it's going to go.
No, you don't do
Yeah. Took the elevator off to save weight.
They didn't get up that fast, did they?
Blue link, yeah. He's four at the top. Mine's got the same problem. You got crack. Steve's heading straight for. Steve's heading straight for.
I think it will be something you enjoy when you come back.
I'm afraid I can't see much here.
Hey. Let's give her a bit of personal time to tidy up first.
well, we'll go off then.
Get away.
What's that, did you see?
No thermal.
Wasn't there?
Good, no, you didn't think it was good enough, so they're going again.
Oh, isn't that good of them?
Jeff thought he could go home then.
Record?
Record now.
Yeah, right, leave it. And when you press it again...
It's my friend, Steve. Oh, you're in. Oops,
You're in.
I'm back
I'm
in.
just getting the moth out. I don't want to be fluttered around.
Back in your box.
So, feels I didn't have a long enough trip, so he's taking me again.
Very good, lovely.
Yes, it's very exhilarating. Quite, you know, but it tells you how you're going to feel and what's going to happen, so that's better. Bunch of good, yeah. There we go. Oh,
The furthest anyone's flown from here is 750 kilometres.
Really? Fresh.
You can see the tops of the one in the distance there, that's quite good. So qualified.
yeah, yeah.
There's a sink all around.
Audrey. Andrew.
Row. Brakes in and locked. Closed. Have a nice flight, on and secure. Clear button behind. Slack.
Where do you go? It's the waiting game. Yeah, come on.
Hold on.
What better to go this time? Take two.
No, you can't see her. Speaking to me, you can see the person, you can't see features of it.
Can't see him better at all.
It's really quick when you're looking through the binoculars. You're looking through the lights.
Yeah.